Yeah, they come in talking sports and yes, they talking anime. Entertainment out here too, you know them boys, they do not play. Tweaking out if they ain't on your playlist every day.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Now it's time to conversate. Same convo on your airways. Yeah, they came to entertain and yes, they talking anime. And they coming with the sports, they changing lives in major ways. You is tweaking out if TACA in your playlist. Hey, if you come and listen, then you listen to the best. They not worried about the others, cause they better than the rest. Kenny, Carlil, Bomb, but they put the others to the test. New episode flow, now tap in to see what is next. Yeah.
Welcome back to the same convo with your same host, Carlil, Kenny, and Bamba. Ooh, excuse me. And today I got the anime segment. And today I wanted to kind of switch up the vibe a little bit. First off, before I start, let's get to do a quick anime update. I need what y'all are watching, what are y'all currently seeing, and rate the anime you're watching out of 5. And so I'll go ahead and start. My co-host already know I'm watching Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm on episode 17 of 24. Right now, they're doing the tournament with the Kyoto High School. And what's the name? My boy Toto just pulled up to the scene, told his other classmates, didn't I tell you if you got in my way, I'll kill you? And him and Itadori about to get into something serious. Right now, I'm going to rate the first season of Jujutsu Kaisen, where I'm at so far, as a 8.9 out of 10. It's a very, very solid anime, some very solid animation. I don't think there's any episode that I didn't need to watch. Like, I think all episodes are important relative to the story. I like how, I was pissed a little bit just how Itadori was just already like, a superhuman without using curse magic and shit like that. Like,
late out the window.
facts. But when he got humbled, by that other special grade and realized how weak he was, I was like, okay, that makes me feel a little better, because he's not just coming through here just being, cold and taking out everybody. He's actually gonna have to learn some shit before he gets to that level. So, yep. Jujutsu Kaisen, 8.9 out of 10. Fuck with it.
I just said out of 5.
You said, oh yeah, my fault. 3.9 out of 5. Yeah. I don't know. 8.9 out of 10 just sound better than 3.9 out of 5. I don't know.
2 out of 10. This is
Yeah. Let's just do out of 10. 8.9. 8.9. All right. Go ahead, Kenny.
Well, as y'all know, if you've been keeping up with us, I'm watching Fairy Tail.
Woo! Sorry.
And we discussed this off the air, but I'm exhausted, bro. Like, I watched One Piece, then I watched Naruto, the very first episode to Naruto Shippuden. Then I watched Dragon Ball Z all the way through Super. And now I'm watching Fairy Tail, which has over 300 episodes. So we did the math. I've watched over 2,000 episodes of anime nonstop. I'm tired. I'm exhausted.
What's the name? Anime fatigue is a real thing. You start having nightmares yet? Keep going, please. Start another long one after Fairy Tail. It'll happen.
I'm not watching any more long anime after this. I need a long break from long anime.
I don't think there's too many more after that, unless you watch like a Inuyasha or a Yu Yu Hakusho. I think as far as like anime that's going today, I think everybody should be good, and we all caught up on the most of the long ones. I know I'll probably. You said what?
My Hero. I'm not caught up on Demon Slayer.
Oh yeah, Kenny gonna have to.
It's
okay.
That needs to be a next anime, Demon Slayer.
It does.
I'm supposed to be watching Bleach, but that's another long anime, so I don't
you don't want to do Demon Slayer first. Because Bleach took his break, so it's gonna take some time before he come back.
But I'm currently watching Fairy Tail. I'm on episode 244 of Fairy Tail.
That's my guy. All right,
Arc Friends Forever is the episode that I'm on. So what's going on right now is they're fighting Zero's strongest demons. Not the strongest, but they're fighting his strongest demons currently. Carla and Wendy are trying to shut down Whiteface. and Carla was like, "We gonna die," but I took a nap, so I haven't seen what happens yet.
Tartaros is cold.
I give Fairy Tale a. Am I doing that out of 10 or out of 5?
You're right. You actually don't have to give a rating. We can go.
I'm giving the rating. I'm giving.
You don't have to give a rating, dog.
For doing out of 10, I give Fairy Tale a 6 out of 10.
Invalid. Go ahead,
6
Mamba.
and a half out of 10.
He just wants to keep up his hater mentality. It's okay. He secretly loves it.
I never said I loved it.
This man, he be raging in his room. He be like, "Let's go."
That's never happened. That's the issue. That's never happened with Fairy Tale.
It's never happened with me in One Piece.
He's a liar.
Go ahead, Bamba.
So I'm watching 2 anime. I'm jumping between these 2 right now. One of them I don't like. One of them is very intriguing. The first one is Yashahime, aka Inuyasha's kid in them. And I'm very lost. It's a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
Inuyasha was dead. He's not. I'll stop at that. Give it a 6.5 out of 10.
Damn.
But let's talk about Berserk. That's what I'm watching. It's a very old anime.
Mm-hmm.
And if anybody out there is watching Berserk, I have a question. Is Griffith in love with Guts? That's what it's panning out to be. But yeah, Berserk, a very old anime. Even though it's quite old, the animation is pretty well made. By the way, that's this dude with the big sword. You know what I'm talking about, right? He has a really huge sword.
I know what that is. I know if you're talking to me, I know exactly what Berserk is.
That's what I'm watching right now, and it's just a little. It feels very homoerotic to say anything. Like the relationship between Gus and Griffith. It's very like.
It's giving you those Naruto Sasuke vibes.
Nah, it's like Naruto Sasuke vibes is like here, this is up there. Like it's like subtle, but it's like so overwhelming at the same time. It's like
you watching Brokeback Mountain the anime, ain't no way.
Shut up. Because everybody like I've been like of any manga I've heard, Berserk is the manga that everybody rages about. Everybody loves it. So I've always wanted to be like kind of check it out. Now I'm onto it. It's okay, but it's also not like I don't see what people see it. If that makes sense. So far I would give it a 7 out of 10. I'm at episode I believe like either 12 or 13.
All right, that's love to hear that, boys. One more question: after the current anime that you're watching, what anime are you going to try to watch after this, Bamba?
After this, because I didn't finish it, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, like the last part, with Jolene. I didn't see it yet, so that's why.
Oh yeah, the one I asked you about when I started on the plane. Yeah, that shit was trippy.
What did you ask? What was your question?
I asked him about just because I started JoJo's Bizarre, but I didn't know like how the different arcs were set up, and so I started the last one, and I just asked him about like, was I supposed to start here or was I supposed to start, at the first one? He pointed me in the right direction. But all right, so Bamba's gonna start JoJo's Bizarre after he's done with Yashahime and Berserk. Kenny, what are you gonna try to watch after Fairy Tale, or do you need a break?
I'm supposed to be catching up with Demon Slayer, My Hero. That's it, right?
Yeah.
And eventually I'm supposed to catch up on Bleach. But that's gonna probably have to be Bomb, you've been trying to get me to watch Bleach, but that's gonna have to wait, bro.
Weak.
You say what?
So you've been trying to get me to watch Bleach because of the new arc that's out.
It's not even just the new arc, but like the setup, that where we headed, and it's also like some stuff because I know how you feel about Kenpachi.
Bamba, I know he finds out his Bankai's name. I get it. He knows the source name now, but I know I'm back over 200 episodes in Bleach. I know I'm behind.
It's not. Is he over 100?
It's got to be because Aizen arc was like nowhere near towards the end. I think.
Yeah, but no, like you only have one more arc I think to go. It's just the Grimjaw arc you got to go through, and then after Grimjaw, you were 1,000 years Blood War. Because you know that there's like a. Did you already seen like the Bankai?
Wait, I haven't seen Grimjaw. Is after I thought he fought Grimjaw before Aizen.
His name is Grim. Okay, hold on.
He fought Grimjaw and Ukiyoto right before Aizen.
I'm not talking about. I know who you're talking about. You're talking about the blue hair, right?
That's Grimjaw.
I'm talking. There's another guy. His name is Grimjaw or some shit like that. This guy right here. It's Ginjo Kujo. Sorry.
Now I don't know who that is.
That's the last guy. It's not Grimjo. It's Ginjo. My bad. Ginjo Kujo. He does Ichigo quite dirty though. It's like two villains in that arc, if that makes sense. Like villain, sub-villain type shit.
I gotta get through My Hero and Demon Slayer first.
Yeah, but those are fast watch. It's not much more.
Hopefully, if season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen's out, I'm probably gonna watch that before Bleach 2.
It's gonna be a little bit before it comes out. Probably be caught up.
Oh wait, I still gotta finish Attack on Titan too. Yeah, Bleach gotta wait.
God damn, Kenny.
They just split up the last part in 2, so y'all gonna wait again.
I stopped watching Attack on Titan when the last episode I saw was when Annie got released out of her like frozen state and she was sitting there eating pie right next to them. That's the last episode of Attack on Titan I saw.
Yeah, Attack on Titan can wait.
Yeah, it's. I'm gonna get into it when we get to the main meat of the topic. So Kenny just has to catch up on several anime after he's done watching Fairy Tail. Me, after I'm done watching Jujutsu Kaisen, I'll probably hit Mob Psycho first, and then Chainsaw Man after that, and then
Chainsaw Man is fire. They okay. I ain't gonna lie. The first episode of Chainsaw Man is funny as fuck and it's hella good.
And you know what's funny? That's the worst episode of Chainsaw Man.
That's crazy.
That is the worst episode of Chainsaw Man.
The first episode had me hooked.
Probably
that first episode, and then I rewatched it, and then the second episode had me hooked. The second episode.
Okay. So, Bomba, does the first episode? Well, it doesn't remind me of the first episode of Tokyo Ghoul, but it reminds me of Tokyo Ghoul a little bit.
It's probably because the vibe, and all of that, and just the way that they went about it. And you saw how the animation was made in the first episode.
Everybody said it's CGI, yeah.
But CGI, and that animation is nowhere near. But it's like, just watch it. Just watch the second episode. Watch it. If you started that second episode.
It's on my list, bro. I got a long laundry list of anime shows I gotta watch.
Facts. After Chainsaw Man, I'm gonna either. I think
Chainsaw Man and like these new seasons, Chainsaw Man, Bleach, 12 episodes done.
After what did I say? What did I say before Chainsaw Man? Mob Psycho. After Mob Psycho, Chainsaw Man, Emery was telling me to put Blue Lock in there too.
It's also one I'm gonna watch next. I've been seeing everybody, especially after the World Cup, everybody been hyped about it.
Yeah, I'll probably do Blue Lock, and then after, because those are relatively quick. After those 3, then I will try to tackle Bleach again, and I just pulled up all the canon episodes, and I'm gonna make sure I skip all those because the anime canon is 284, so I'm about to dive back into a long little stint, but it's all right. It's all right. We're gonna get through it. But now to the main meat of the segment. So on this show, we like to talk about our favorites a lot. And we also had an episode where we bashed our favorites. But now, since we just started 2023, we about 18 days in, I want to know, either in 2023 or this year, what is the worst anime that you watched out of all of them? And just to kind of show how this is going to go, I'll just go first. Worst anime I watched, and I will say I tried to watch a little bit of last year because of what I heard, but I really dove in this year. I didn't finish because it was so awful. And shout out and also apologize to our man Jai, but Record of Ragnarok is fucking terrible, bro. That is probably one of the worst pieces of art I've ever seen in my life. Granted, I looked up, like I had on like my break today, I literally Googled why is Record of Ragnarok so terrible.
I don't want to show you the rest of my list, but that's my number one. Record of Ragnarok.
Really that bad?
The Record of Ragnarok.
I'm gonna let you finish.
Yeah, and it's like, granted, when I looked it up, a lot of people on Quora, Reddit, CBR, Watch Mojo, they'll all say that the manga, and even when we had Jai on the show, he said when he read the manga, that's what made him watch the anime, but he said he enjoyed the anime too, especially the final fight. No, that shit sucks. The concept to me is really they don't do it justice. Like the fight as far as the animation, the fighting is just terrible. Like the first fight between Lubu and Thor was very light. They were barely doing it. Like they were literally standing like this the whole time, like charging up their power. They tried to do a little backstory with Thor, which was terrible. The voice acting really doesn't match up with the characters at all. And then how Lubu died in that fight was just stupid. And the fact that this man's whole army loved that man so much, they started off after Lubu died, like, nah, fuck that. We can't go out like that as a collective. And it was like, we're gonna rush onto this field and just die in Lubu's honor. We know we're gonna die, but we're gonna rush into this field against Thor, thinking we're gonna do something. This man, Thor, one swing and said, I guess you can go with your boy. And it was over with for that. The horse, his soldiers, his troops, like everybody just died just because Lubu died. Like that it's so stupid. And then the fight with Zeus and Adam, like that's just so cringe, bro. Like there's as a whole, if I had to rank it out of 10, I'm gonna give it a -10 out of 10. Like it's terrible. Kenny is terrible.
I've been seeing clips of the fights on like Facebook and stuff, and it would be looking decent. Is it really that bad?
Kenny, it's really that bad, bro. Like it just off the voice acting alone, like it sucks. Just off the voice acting alone, it sucks. And then I understand they have this concept to where so basically it's supposed to be the gods versus the humans. It starts off with the gods having a conference about if they want to end the human race or not. And they were choosing to do it but this Valkyrie comes forward, who's basically a demigod, half human, and says, why don't we give the humans a chance to prove themselves, basically? And you're thinking, when you're going into this, how are humans going to be able to fight gods? But there's 13 matches and there's 13 Valkyries that tribute themselves to give the humans extra power to fight against the gods. But the way that is brought up, it doesn't get brought up to the 5th or 6th episode. The backstory when they introduced Thor was just it doesn't do it justice. I honestly I can't give it any type of positive rating. There was nothing positive about that. But I'm gonna go Record of Ragnarok. Second, I didn't say I only said you needed to bring one, but I have 3. Second is Boruto. That was just Boruto. I mean, there's good moments in Boruto, but it's the show is called Boruto, but all the good moments include Naruto. At this point, what are we doing? Why do we even have Boruto? And so but I'll overall give Boruto a 4 out of 10. And all 4 of those points go to Naruto alone. And then my third one was last season of Attack on Titan. This shit's ass. Attack on Titan in its entirety is a good anime, but the last season is just because they're trying to do that build up for what's to come for the actual final part of it. But it's just right now there's nothing captivating about it. It's just because Aaron's getting ready to prepare to take over the world. So I'm guessing it's just it's really lax right now because of that buildup, but it's nothing too captivating at all. They could have did all that in 5 episodes and called that the last part. But yeah, I'm done with my worst anime rants. Bomba had his list ready. Go ahead, Bomba.
I had a question. Is this what we've seen this year or from last year?
So, like I said, since it was only 8, you can do 2022 or what you've seen currently in 2023.
I've only been watching Fairy Tail, so all right.
Kenny, you watched other animes last year.
Come on, for this year. That's why I asked. I've only been
Okay. But yeah, it could be either or. The only reason I included this year is because 2022 is over, and then also like I watched regular Ragnarok actually, and it's fucking ass. But go ahead, Bomba.
All right, fool. So it's like this. Listen,
What are you, an African cholo?
exactly. Listen, the three. I'm gonna start with these three first, and I got two. I'm gonna focus on. The reason why I said these three is because these are good anime that I used to watch before, but their second season just came out, and each of them is a flop. First one is Ari Fureta. It's an isekai anime. One of probably the vastest isekai we know because the whole classroom got isekai to like a hero world. The first one was crazy because the guy was going through his personal struggle. All of his classmates betrayed him, so he kind of turned into a villain, but he was cold as shit. Second season, he's more like a dad because he adopted RPG players and all that shit. I'm not fucking with it. Second one, The Devil is a Part-Timer. First season was cold. It's a comic anime. Dude is Lucifer basically, strong as hell, you know, but he's over here playing a part-timer human working at the pizzeria. All of these like basically the villain that he encounters are like he's all subordinate and he kind of turns into like people that are just regular people. That was what the first season was about. Second season, expected more out of it. Flopped terribly. And what was the third one again? That's a lot of hate. That's a lot of hate this year. Oh yeah. Third one, Rising of the Shield Hero. The man is armed. Like imagine being isekai to a world, but you only get a shield as your power. Like other people got like swords, spears. I think Archer.
Yeah.
Granted, you have powers, like you have like magic powers, but most of his powers relied on defense. Until he goes berserk, and it was cold. I had so much expectation for it because of the way it ended. We were introduced to some OP ass characters. He had everybody acknowledge him in his hometown, and he was kind of like leaving. So it was like you're leaving from this kingdom where all this action was happening, and you're going to the world where like quote unquote more OP people are coming, and it's just no. Don't even waste your time watching it. Basically, that's what I'm trying to tell you. But the two main courses I had, you already tackled them, Carlo. One, I'm gonna start with Boruto. It's not much that's needed to be said. Like I said, Boruto is filled with filler. That show is 75% filler, and the little bit of story that we get is not that good or that well animated. And like Carlos said, the little bits of it that we like is just OG Naruto. We just watching it, I feel like a little bit. And it would have been better if they just let Naruto have a happy ending. I'm not fucking with this whole losing Kurama. Now he's slowly dying, and eventually we might lose him. That's not what he worked his whole life for. He already struggled, so we already giving like a sour taste towards the end. I'm not messing with it. The animation is horrible. The animation is horrible. They showed him like running through a forest, and it's just like you flipping 2 pages back to back. It's just it was just terrible. And apparently Sasuke is fighting a dinosaur.
A dinosaur, bro.
That's what I saw everybody raging on Twitter. I didn't watch it. I'm not gonna watch it because hottest man
put the dinosaur in a genjutsu and it didn't work.
Oh yeah, what's the name? I think I told y'all a while back. I started reading. I think it was when I was in Seattle. I started reading that light novel of Sasuke going to it. And the manga is actually kind of like I won't say fire, but it's actually really like decent, and it has like a very captivating storyline. And I didn't know they animated it till I saw a clip on YouTube. So I definitely want to go and see it.
Novel?
Huh?
Where he was fighting the T-Rex, that was a light novel?
Mm-hmm. You said what?
Where he was fighting the dinosaur. Was that the light novel or was that Naruto animated?
No, that was it started off in a light novel, but they added it into Boruto.
But yeah, it's terrible because how the hell we went from this guy being like godly, super speed, like Sasuke and Naruto kind of embody speed at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But he's struggling to find a fucking dinosaur.
Do you want me to tell you why? Because there's a reason behind it.
And you realize that they animated this man with 2 hands in one clip?
Nah, I didn't.
2 hands in the clip.
Nah, I didn't. Which
you as a whole animation studio just put that out.
Well, say I won't judge. You know, your choice is your choice because nobody likes Boruto here. But I will say I do enjoy that light novel. There's a reason why he wasn't able to get that T-Rex under the Genjutsu. That's all.
Why is he fighting a T-Rex?
It's way more captivating than it sounds.
I'm not talking about Genjutsu. Why is he so slow fighting a T-Rex? You seen this man against Otsutsuki?
There's a reason that. And let me just tell you, the person behind that T-Rex is on a level that is unheard of right now. I'm just saying.
Interesting. But let me get to Record or Ragnarok.
Please.
Before I even get into the show, one question. Right? If y'all were riding so hard for this man, why didn't y'all rise up one day and hung him the first time?
Facts.
I got ranking of Ragnarok on my anime to watch list. Should I just take it off?
Please. Kenny, you're going to be mad.
Watch the first episode just to see what we were telling you, but you don't need to watch it.
Right. But you're not going to get to the end of the worthless ass Lubu fight until the third episode.
I'm saying this man was dead already, killed by regular people. Y'all ain't rosing for him, and then all of a sudden this guy he loses in the fight. Well, we're gonna die if you have to. Sure.
Like why? Like what was your reasoning? Like I that was so stupid to me.
But so Colin has seen it. Kenny, I'm gonna direct it more towards you, just to save you from it. This show is horrendous. Why? Listen, what Carla is saying about the voice acting, it's not even just the voice acting. You know, when people speak and it matches a mouth, they don't care about that on the show. There is this commentator with his big ass mouth. His face is made out of metal. That man will say a whole sentence and then his mouth will go. And I'm just like, I understand. It's words. You don't have time to say all that. But Lil Booth, Thor, Adam, Zeus, and who the Poseidon fight? Yeah, it was Poseidon. And who was the other guy?
Yeah, no, I didn't get to the I know Poseidon does come to the tournament, but I promise you I didn't get to that. Like after the Lubu, I tried like 2 episodes into the Adam and Zeus fight, and it was like I can't do this anymore.
I have never seen an anime just stale. They don't move. The anime has zero story, and you would expect that. Like what got me interested was the trailer.
Facts.
We saw Lil Booth have that shit, and then he just sliced the fucking sky open.
Facts.
Yo, I'm ready to see this shit. That is the only bit of animation we have. What did that serve? No purpose. When it comes to the fighting, like I said, the best fight in the show is Adam versus Zeus. And the only reason why that show got a bit of back and forth is because Adam is able to replicate basically the powers of Zeus.
Right.
So, back to back. But in when it came to Thor, this man had to.
What's the full title of the show name called?
So
Record of Ragnarok?
Mm-hmm.
It's on Netflix. Now, Thor ain't moved an inch while fighting. Lil Booth ain't moved the inch while fighting. And you know when people like being anime fighting and they beating your ass and making faces? Lil Booth was. I'm like, you are not cooking like that for you to be making faces like that.
Facts. And just to piggyback off of what you said about the story, like, and I'm thinking while I'm watching this, I feel like this would have been so much better. Like, say the first episode that was supposed to introduce us in the tournament. Say after that first episode, the Valkyrie demigod, whatever she is, went on like it would have been if they had a whole arc where she went to these fighters in their homelands and recruited them, showed some kind of training.
Something.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like there needed to be some type of build up, but again, when you brought up the voice acting again, it's like, bro, it's not even just their voices don't match up. Like, can y'all agree? Like, there are some good, some of the best animes also have not only good subs but good dubs because of the emotion behind the voice acting. Yeah. The emotions behind the voice acting at Ragnarok just seems so fake. Like everything just seems so fake. Like they're trying to force it, and that's what's the worst part about it.
Especially the fight between Lil Booth and Zeus, like you're saying. I remember the Valkyrie talking to that girl with the pink hair.
Yeah.
oh, look away. You need to see this because this means, and I'm just like, this has no substance to it. Like,
Facts.
no substance. There's no way I'm feeling good about Lou Booth winning or, good about Thor winning. Like, it's not much at stake because the Valkyrie, she's supposed to be like this kind of two-faced, like she's kind of secretly rooting for the people. So she's trying to save it in a sense, but it's literally like, oh, we need to eradicate people. Okay, we can't do it. Well, why can't we do it? Okay, how about we go about it through a tournament or some type shit? That is the whole story. And then now they try to feed you Thor's backstory. It don't stick with you. Because even Thor's backstory, it's not really a story. This nigga, they just showed a flashback of his village being attacked, and then he intervened.
Right.
Who is he? We don't know him. The other nigga, he just the strongest human being. That's the only thing we can just know him as. So
Facts.
no story, no substance, and usually animes that lack story have the animation to back it up or the fights to back it up. This one doesn't have that.
Facts.
Like, they're just watching their mouth and just sit still, do one attack, be done with it. Save yourself.
Some bullshit ass anime.
I will delete it off my list.
Yeah, like I said, just to see what we're talking about, you might just want to entertain yourself with that first episode, but you're going to understand and be pissed.
Is it my turn?
Yes, sir.
So before I give my animes that I feel aren't that good, I just want to give the statement that the animes that I've been watching have been pretty good in general. So the animes that I think are the worst aren't going to be terrible shows. All right. They're not going to be as bad as Record of Ragnarok. All right. All right. So the worst shows I've seen. First, I'm gonna start with Soul Eater. Soul Eater is not good to me. For one, it started off as like we were gonna see them. So you know how like in Naruto they have their missions are usually let's go on ninja missions or where whatchamacallit, or Dragon Ball Z, like let's go do some tournaments, let's train, let's do that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking they about to be trying, get my boy become a death cypher. I thought they was about to go on missions, make my boy get stronger. No, they didn't. They showed like the first few episodes they were fighting demons and stuff, trying to get some souls, get some witch souls for my boy. That stopped quickly. But like within like the first 10 episodes, they weren't even doing that no more. So I'm like, my boy, what's the site's name?
Soul.
Soul just stayed the same, pretty much the same power level until like the very end, the whole show. So it was pretty, and then the power that became, he just sacrificed himself. He pretty much sold his soul to the devil to get stronger, and she learned how to use courage. That was the big power up. That's very underwhelming. Very, very underwhelming.
It's I choose to respect your point. You didn't interrupt either of us. I choose to respect your point.
Yeah, she got witches. What was her 2 moves that she got? She got 2 new moves that made her strong. Apparently, that was cool. I guess. Maki was an underwhelming main character to me. Maki was very underwhelming. The fighting style was very underwhelming. My boy never even became a death scythe. It was very, very pointless to me. And then another anime that I disliked was Vinland. Sorry to all my Viking fans out there.
You don't like Vinland Saga? I thought that was one of the more popular ones.
It is, but I don't know why. So I'm not, without spoiling stuff, I'm not gonna lie. The first episode was cold. The dad, cold. One of the coldest dads in anime. His dad is a dog.
You got that from the first episode?
Yes. His dad is a dog. You hear me? A dog.
One of the biggest dogs, man.
But the main character is also a dog. It's just that he's a hurt dog. And his whole purpose of life, like he had a goal. He had one main goal for no reason because it didn't do anything with it. It never came to fruition, and it never will. He'll never get the whole goal of us. The whole point of us watching the show was for him to attain this one goal. That was it, and it didn't even happen. and apparently there's gonna be a season 2 where he's a slave now. So
It just came out.
okay, there's a season 2 and he's a slave, and I guess I'll watch it. But it's like all the spark, all the reason, all the purpose I had of watching this show, it was literally like a blazing fire that just fizzled out. So that's why I dislike it.
It had a rebuttal, but after you finish with your list, I would like to touch on that.
Well, so you can go ahead, Mom. You can go just before I just change the anime.
I had that same thought because like I said, once somebody died, I was like, what's the point of watching it? That's where I had stopped. And then like I just now because people like I feel like the people that like it from the manga. So that's what I was trying to see. But now where I see this new first episode where he's more of like, he's just very lost. You know how he is. He's just very lost, just sulking because Sucks died, which is weird because you wanted him dead anyway. But the panel that I saw was where he's like, I have no enemies, basically. And everybody's been using that. So I'm trying to figure out if he is on a path, like his dad, you remember, where his dad just gave up basically fighting and then gave up his sword and basically figured out that I'm the warrior, but like a real warrior doesn't need a sword. Like I'm straight hands. But with him, maybe he finally understood what his dad understood, and he just chose not to fight.
That's still not going to be a good. What's going to be the purpose? That's the thing that happens. What's going to be the point of watching that?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe maybe that's just like a life thing. Like,
so it's going to turn into a slice of life anime? No, thank you.
It's not a slice of maybe it's a growth anime. Because whereas usually anime characters have grudges, and he was living his whole life. Because for him, ever since he was a kid, he's been following Escalade. I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna kill you. Now you're grown and Escalade dies in your eyes, and you feel like you're robbed from your revenge. Then it's like, what am I living for? And then you gotta go on finding another purpose. So that could be like, that's why I'm like, it could be a deep, like one of those deep emotional anime. And I feel like that's where it's headed.
What I'll say, Carlos, to somebody who hasn't seen it, there's no point in watching. There's no reason to watch it.
I feel like reason to watch Vinland Saga at all. That was on my list.
It has too much hype, and the hype is from the second season. Remember, the first season came out. We all watched it. Like it was just the fights at the beginning. But once we got to Escalade, everybody just dropped it. But I feel like the best
fight in that show was his dad,
and that was the first episode.
That was the first episode.
Thorkell was fighting though.
You said what?
Thorkell was fighting.
I mean, I guess, but the best fight was the first episode.
Yeah, that's for sure. On the boat.
Yes.
Yeah, I know for sure.
That was the best episode.
For sure. No, I definitely like that gave me like a Madara type shit, like Shinobi.
That man was going crazy.
He was working. It was a one-man army.
So if your best episode is your first, I can't help you. It's a waste of time to me.
That's a good. It's not an argument I can put down. I definitely understand where the argument stands, and it's a valid argument for sure. But I'm just saying,
also, like I said, I've seen a lot of good anime that actually have a story that makes sense and where it gets more interesting as you watch it. That for me, that show was like this, and then it went like this.
It's definitely a drop from the beginning. That's for sure.
So, do I have another one? I don't have Vinland on here twice. Let me just backspace that. I've only seen good anime. Like I got Mob Psycho on here. This is just anime I've seen. I've seen Mob Psycho, One Piece, Fire Force, Seven Deadly Sins, Black Clover, Sword Art Online. I've seen most of Bleach, Naruto, Naruto Shippuden, My Hero, Attack on Titan, Death Note, Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, One Punch Man, Hunter x Hunter, Akame ga Kill, and Fullmetal Alchemist. These are all very good anime. And I don't have like the different Yu-Gi-Oh on there because I've never watched that cohesively and I probably never will. There's no point to.
Yeah.
But I've only seen good anime besides the ones that I just listed. So
yeah, I mean that definitely makes sense. I think we all gave some valid answers. I don't know.
Wait, I forgot one.
We're done with the segment, bro.
I'm just saying, Fairy Tail's not that bad. It's okay. I'll use this to say what my piece on Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail has like almost moments. Like it'd be like, okay, oh, and then it would just be like fizzle out. Like when they were in Edelus and Happy started turning up on all the other cats and stuff, I thought he was about to start swinging on them or something. Like he was about to, show some spunk, but he just ran. That was gonna be my moment when he was like, really like riding for Fairy Tail, like y'all not gonna do this to my boys. But Happy's really just a gag character. Like Gajil's cat be doing work.
When these people doing work.
Claire, what's the girl? What's her name?
Carla.
She's useful for like, seeing the future and doing stuff. She can see the future. What? She's about to deactivate Whiteface.
I was about to have an attitude, but then I remembered Carla's not even what she's doing where you at now, but at the end of the anime, I apologize to Carla because I was
Carla's also been responsible for Wendy this whole time.
And Happy been responsible for Natsu.
Happy was like a kid.
That's his best fucking friend, Kenny.
That's fine.
Happy comes in the clutch. I ain't even about to do this. I ain't about to do this with you.
Like when he dropped the moon drip.
Like he randomly be picking up Natsu and flying off when this man is knocked out.
Okay, so I would just say it just Fairy Tail don't have no let's fucking go moments. It hasn't had no real heart. No, like none of the like main. If they would have let Gramps die instead of bringing him back to life damn near twice, then maybe they would have had like a heart crushing moment. But this man has almost died twice and came back and not died. Gramps was supposed to die twice.
So there's a reason for that.
He's supposed to die twice.
It's a reason.
So you mad at that?
Maybe actually was it 3 times? He's supposed to die on Tenro Island too. So maybe.
Man, I'm not about to start with this because you know how many people in One Piece were supposed to die. I'm not about to do this with you, dog.
By the way, they waiting on your reaction on that.
We can argue, and we can argue about our favorite animes and how many people were supposed to die in each anime.
I'm just explaining why I don't have any moments in this show yet.
I understand.
I don't have any. Oh yeah, that was so cold moments.
That's for you. Everybody doesn't react the same to Dick, so all I can do is respect it. I'm just. You said it was.
Can you just remind me of something I should have had? Like I'm at the Tartarus arc. What before now have I been sleeping on?
I mean, if you didn't have any oh shit moments in the Grand Magic games, then I really just can't help you as a fan, dog. Like, yeah, if you didn't have any oh shit moments when they first encountered the Arachion Seis and Jalal and things of that nature, I can't help you, bro. Like, you're a different type of dude. You a different type of dude, dog.
Okay.
Because that whole Orochion Seis finding out who Jalal really is, Urza, that was the most oh shit emotional. If you didn't
Wait, what do you mean finding out who Jalal really is? You mean like that? Hey, what are you talking about?
The blue hair, the other guy.
You mean Mystigan? Find out that he's Aedolus's Jalal? Is that what you're talking about?
All I'm saying is, dog.
Is that what you're talking about?
If you haven't had any oh shit moments and you in the Tartarus arc, I cannot help you.
It's just okay. I will say Natsu has some pretty good one-liners. Like when he's like, "If I get tired today, I'll borrow some strength from tomorrow."
Did you just compliment his one line?
He got some good lines, bro.
Stop pulling stuff out your ass.
That's really it. I mean, Urza is cool, I guess.
Okay, it's fine. You said it was decent. You said it was decent. It's not your favorite. I understand. We're finished. My heart can't take it anymore. It really can't. And Bomba, just to my reaction.
We can't hear you.
It has a mute button on here. This hole is cold. My reaction about Jack. Granted, when I first said that, did not know he was a fishman. Did not know his fruit was a Logia. And so I just feel like that's really a fishman with a devil fruit kind of pisses me off. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Second,
he doesn't have a Logia. He turns into the elephant. Jack doesn't have a Logia.
I could have swore somebody in the comments said it was a Logia type devil fruit.
Are you
No,
responding? I
that's a,
wasn't.
he turns into that elephant. That's not a low gear.
Okay. Either way, Kenny. Either way, I'm giving my reaction.
For the man.
I'm giving my reaction.
Well, I wasn't done. This is my part.
So my fault. You said you didn't have any other
I
anime
want
to
to
name.
converse. Bamba didn't have much to say. I just want to say, Bamba, am I being too critical of Fairy Tail? Like from what you've seen in Fairy Tail, what I'm saying right now, am I being reasonable here?
I feel like I said, like Carly said too. The tournament, that part I feel like was one of the coldest. Even though I prefer the Zareth arc, that part is the coldest part.
What part of the tournament was so cold? When talking about when Loxus beat up his dad?
The whole tournament was gold. I'm talking about Loxus versus Loxus and Natsu versus the Dragon
Twin
Slayer.
Dragons.
The what's his name? What's their name? Again.
It was the guild is Saber and his Rogue and Sting.
Urza going in that tower doing her work.
Doing work. Ain't nobody ever did what she did before in the Grand Magic games. Like,
it's cool. Grand Magic game was cool because the whole purpose of where Fairy Tail was at, and everybody forget about it, the entrance, and then just them whooping ass straight through the whole thing, and kind of like you kind of felt like they were like even with the other Dragon Slayers. You thought that it was really a fight. Then they went downstairs. I'm like, see me down there. See what happened. Bring that shit up.
Just the way they came back, like one, nobody expected Natsu to be that powerful. Nobody knew that man is just on a different level than, you know, the Saber's supposed to be the talented number one guild that just came out of nowhere. You feel me? And then like Fairy Tail had an A team and a B team, dog. Like, and both teams was doing work.
I just want a little bit more from them. I just want just a little bit more.
Again,
Zareth was by far the best art.
Facts. But
I give it a C. I give Fairy Tail a C.
Woo! Love that. Oh, God. And I'm trying so hard. But appreciate the what you do appreciate of the show. But again, just to finish it out, again, my reaction. Did not know Jack was a fishman at the time. Fishman having a devil fruit kind of pisses me off because that does that not defeat the purpose of the negative effect of a devil fruit? And then also, I don't care if he's a fishman or not. Off of impact alone, he should be dead. Off of impact alone.
That's not a thing in One Piece, bro. The durability of the people in One Piece is different.
I understand that. I can understand fights from regular people or even like the 9 foot, 8 foot humans that they have in almost every island. But bro, off of impact alone from an elephant that carries a civilization, and this man walked away.
Didn't walk away. He was almost dead. He was on the ship. Almost. He didn't walk.
Almost dead. He should be in the afterlife, bro. It carries do you know how big this nigga's trunk is? And it's not like he tapped him. He swung that hoe at full force. There's no way, bro.
His boss can carry that size, maybe even bigger than an island, just with clouds. So there's a level of strength that you're ignoring, and strength and durability.
It's not physical strength though. That's why he's trying to get you to understand.
Because if that's the point, if that's the level of strength, why didn't they just try that? Why didn't they just destroy Zunisha? Why didn't they just take out the elephant?
Even like strength, because Zunisha is just like the city is on his back all the time. Like he's just walking with that all the time. So imagine the strength.
I was about to say, even the one injury that Zunisha had, they covered up with patches. They made a large band-aid. Like, bro, what? I'm sorry, but yeah, that's the reaction. But I did want to go into the anime awards, but I realized the anime awards won't be announced for another month. And so whoever has the anime, let's please make that an episode. But that has been the anime segment. That is the worst anime that we saw in 2022 and this year. Thanks for joining us. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. Follow us on TikTok. We on the road to 2,000. Follow us on Instagram. We on the road to 3,000. And this has been the same convo. We are out.